So, one of the questions that I hear really often is, Emily, how do I tell the difference between fear and intuition? And I get that this can be really challenging because they're both internal voices. They both can be kind of loud sometimes, and it's really hard to tell the difference. So, a beautiful rule of thumb is that usually intuition is moving you towards the creative, and fear is usually moving you away. Right? So, intuition moving you towards your dreams, fear moving you away. And where this gets a little tricky is that oftentimes you'll have some sort of inspiration, you'll get some sort of an intuition, and then right behind it is the fear voice, right? Like you get this idea of like, oh, I should write a book. And then right behind that is you're too old, no one cares, you don't have a big enough social media following, it's going to be a total waste of time. And so, which one of those voices do we listen to? So, this is really hard if you don't have a daily meditation practice, if you don't have a way to go in and actually tap into your right brain, which is the place where we receive our downloads. The way I like to think about it is that creativity is like the Wi Fi network, right? So, ideas, inspiration, intuition, creativity itself is the Wi Fi network. And your right brain is the router that connects into that network. And most of us, if we don't have a daily meditation practice, are really living almost exclusively in our left brain. We're living almost exclusively in that individuality. And so it's very hard to hear inspiration and intuition because we're not plugged into Wi Fi. Now, what meditation does for you is that we start to utilize a tool called a mantra, and that's not a slogan. Actually, what we use at Ziva are meaningless primordial sounds, and they start to de-excite the nervous system and they start to wake up your right brain. These mantras actually allow you to take your right brain to the gym, which has the effect of plugging you into intuition and creativity itself. So, what happens over time is that the volume on your intuitive voice gets much louder and the volume on your critical voice gets much softer. And this gives you a fighting chance of getting to choose which one of these voices, intuition or fear, you want to listen to. Because oftentimes intuition whispers, write that book, call that guy, start that company. And it's very hard to hear that little tiny whisper of intuition if you've got the fear voice screaming in your head. That voice, if I suck, I suck, I suck, I'm going to die alone with cats eating my face. Pretty hard to hear that intuition when this guy's screaming at you. So what happens over time is that meditators, they calm down the volume on that critical mind, they bring up the volume on the intuitive mind, and then they get to choose which voice they want to listen to. And this allows you to really take life moment by moment. Where do I want to go? How does nature want to use me? And I would argue that moving towards your inspiration, moving towards the positive, is much more sustainable and much more enjoyable than moving away from the negative, than living your life based on competition or fear or going to work just because you're afraid of what will happen if you lose your job. Wouldn't it be so much more fun to wake up inspired about your job, to really do something that you love and that you feel like you're being a vessel and called to create? And this is really what meditation can do for you. So I hope this helps to answer the question, what is the difference and how can I tell the difference between fear and intuition? So remember that intuition is moving you towards the positive and fear is usually moving you away. And meditation can help you to tell the difference and give you the ability to choose. All right, friends, I hope this has been helpful and I hope to see you over at Ziva soon. Bye.